Hi everyone, I'm here to share a project with you. This is actually for a swap I am doing with Liz from Liz the Paper Project, and I'm going to link her channel below. She makes wonderful journals, and we agreed to do a swap, and we actually live fairly close to each other, and so we are going to meet tomorrow for coffee and to exchange our swaps. So by the time this is posted, she will have had it, her journal, and I hope she loves it. I had so much fun making this, and I've made it in a fairly kind of bright and summery style, and I hope she likes it. So what we had agreed to do was make a standard size traveler's notebook insert with 12 pages folded, and then make it in our own style. So this is what I have made for Liz. Now this is actually a vintage handkerchief that I've used for the front or for the cover. And I have used some pom-pom trim and a little bit of offcuts from some fabric that I have for the bottom, and I have just closed it with some seam binding that matches the color. So let me take you inside. I have left the front cover blank. I considered adding, some different things, and ultimately I've just decided to leave it blank. Liz can add a pocket or a bag or something, I think, if it works better for her. And then I've just added all kinds of beautiful trims to the side, that I like to do. And then added in all of my favorite types of paper. So of course, my favorite pink ledger paper, and I've got a vintage button here on this tab, a little bit of printable paper here. This bag is from A Tattered Dream on Etsy, and I'm going to link the shop below, and just some pretty daisy trim that I thought went really nicely with the image on the front. And I don't have anything in that bag, but it's a great pocket to add some things to. Some vintage pink typewriter paper that I got from the Paper Basket on Etsy. Pom-pom trim, this is from A Tattered Dream as well. Denise has started to carry some pom-pom trim, which was perfect for this kind of retro vibe journal, and I've added a little bit of rickrack trim to that. And this is a printable from Johanna Clough's vintage linens collection. This is another, I've got a whole collection of vintage handkerchiefs, and I have scanned one of them, and then I've just printed this out on some vellum. So I've added that. More rickrack trim, a bag here. I've just got a tag and some really pretty twine that I've used. A little bit of gathered fabric there. And this is actually a pocket, although I don't have anything in it. Some of my favorite ledger paper that has a little bit of purple and pink in it, a fun tab, and a fabric pocket, and I've added this tag with this really pretty mini doily as the pull tab on it, and then this journaling card. And I've done a little bit of using some of the Tim Holtz rub-ons that I thought were fun for this. Now this, I'm going to link Molly's Mantle below. This is a new set of printables that Liz, who owns the shop, Molly's Mantle, has in her shop, and they are vintage trims, and they are fabulous. I have used a few of them throughout this, so you really need to go and check out Liz's shop. This is a different Liz than the Liz I'm actually meeting tomorrow. A bag here, this is from A Tattered Dream. And then I've just added a little bit of gathered trim and some pom-pom trim. And then I had these, this is a printable, it's a vintage recipe card, and I've just backed it with a little bit of pink. Now this pink is a printable as well, and that is from Pink Paper Peppermints, and I will link that shop below as well. She has the most gorgeous printables in her shop, really kind of fun with a real retro vibe. And so I've used a few of them throughout. Now, they are not ones that you can use if you're selling your items, most of them, although she does have some. And so I've used them in this journal because this is a gift. Then I've made one of my paper clips with this resin daisy, and I've added this file folder, and I've forgotten now where that's from. And then some of the vintage ledger paper that I have, I thought was fun to add. More tabs with that fabric. This is an envelope pocket that I've made, and I've just added in one of these cute green tags. That's from a paper basket. Just another tag, and this is another one of the printables from Molly's Mantle. And then this jewelry envelope, I just added a little bit of fabric and a button at the top. More pom-pom trim. Another floating envelope that I usually add. I've just added that paper clip. And I've done a double pocket here, a couple of tags from A Tattered Dream. And this is another printable from Pink Paper Peppermints. And then I have just added a plain tag that I've added a little bit of trim at the top too. And more Tim Holtz rub-ons there. Center of the signature, and I've added just a couple of pieces. That sale price tag is from A Tattered Dream. Some fun trims here for the top of that tag. And on the other side, these are actually a Traveler's Notebook printable from Pink Paper Peppermint. So I've used one of the sheets, backed it with some of the colored paper that she includes, and then just folded it for a journaling spot. And I've added a tab to that tag and just some gathered trim here. Just more trims that I've added. This is really trim heavy, but I think it looks great. This is a green doily that I've cut down for a pocket, and I've added a tag here. The trim is from Molly's Mantle, and just a couple of other printables. This is from Pink Paper Peppermints as well. And those just slide right in there. On this pocket, I have a guest check from A Tattered Dream, and then this is a linen printable or a scanned piece of linen that I had, that my grandmother had done, and so I've included it, and I've just backed it with another printable from Pink Paper Peppermints, and that's just in there for a journaling card. In this bag, another of Johanna Clough's vintage linens that I've included as a journaling spot. And I've done a painted Tim Holtz clip here to clip this larger envelope on, and I've just sewn on this fabric with one of the layaway tags from A Tattered Dream and just a little bit of rickrack. That is a vintage Denison label that I've included. And that's a flip out and just a plain tag. And I've just added a rub on there and added some of that really pretty twine to go with the coloring. And this is that same printable from Pink Paper Peppermints. You really need to check out her shop, guys. She has fabulous, beautiful printables. This is a journaling card that I've made. I've just collaged on a little bit of fabric and some trim and some buttons and added just a Tim Holtz rub on there. And then I've added an envelope here, and I've just backed it with one of Johanna Clough's printables. On the other side, I've added more of the trim, the pom-pom trim from A Tattered Dream, and a little bit of rickrack. Another guest check, and then this is another printable from Pink Paper Peppermints. And I've done a little bit of stamping. The other side of that vintage typewriter paper, another tab, and this is the other half of the bag, and I've just added another piece of the printable trim from Molly's Mantle with a button, and just some printable ledger paper here, and these are some of the printable paper from Pink Paper Peppermints. On this side, just a little bit of fabric washi tape and some pom-pom trim. And this is another piece of vintage embroidery that was from a dresser scarf that my grandmother had made. And I've just added here a couple of little journaling cards, and then just a tag that I've made with some lace and some twine and a little button. And that flips out. So that is the journal that I'm going to be giving to Liz tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I had such fun making this book, and I really hope that Liz likes it. I will see you soon with another project.